Stay tuned, guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions. So again, it's your boy Cobe Rising. It's coming for you. It's coming for you.
Everyone know we the realest, a bunch of go-getters. I bet you can tell I'm the illest. You don't need your fingers to feel it. You know I can straight spit, knock you out with a late hit. Feel like I'm the one, like I'm Neo, but this is the real life, not the Matrix. I'm about to go ape shit. Ain't no gotta roll out. I know gotta roll out, yeah.
Hey, we going live on a Sunday. I bring it back. Hey, we going live on a Sunday. On a Sunday. Going live on a Sunday. Hey, oh, what's going on, y'all? Hey, let's get it. I know how we do. Yeah. Let's turn this music down real quick, man. It's your boy Cobe Rising Rise. You dig what I'm saying? We back at it again with a big banger. A big banger. You feel me? Let me tell y'all something. I want to just say I apologize, man. We were supposed to do the show last week and Saturday. I had a lot to do. There were meetings I had to attend. I did have to go back to my hometown a couple times. And just a lot of stuff that's coming up in the future that I had to get ready for and prepped up for, you dig. So I apologize about that. But, we had to keep it going on a Sunday, though. Had to keep it going on a Sunday. All right. What's going on, man? What's going on? How are y'all feeling today? Man? We got my IG family tapping in. Shout out to my dog Brandon in the building. You dig. Man, let me go ahead and bring everybody in, man, real quick. Hold on. But first and foremost, we got to bring my homie in the building. I know you hear them boys over there. Yeah. Y'all hear them over there. What's good, big dog?
Hey, my thing.
How you feeling, man?
How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Good Lord. Whew. I had a long week, dog. Shout out to my dog, Devontae, in the building. You feel me? Shout out to my camera guy in the building. What's going on? Shout out to Tanya in the building. What's going on, Tanya? Yeah, man. Y'all tapping in on a Sunday, man. Right. Hey, bro, we got a lot to talk about today. Shout out to my cuz, man. What up, Ryan? What's good, big dog? Yeah, man. We on topic today, man. Y'all see the topic that's going on, man. The people are feeling attacked for being overweight. I do have a question to y'all. I'm gonna pose in the chat and I'm gonna ask you, Jabari. Do y'all think that people are being attacked for their weight? So I want to see what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know on YouTube. Let me know on Facebook. Let me know on my IG family. Do y'all think that we're feeling attacked when it comes to the weight. Jabari, man, what do you think, man? Do you think we're feeling attacked about this weight issue, man, that's going on? Before we get started.
I don't think so. I don't
Okay.
think so. I believe that people are really just seeing it for what it is, and that is
Mhm.
that there is a sense that a call for accountability is being made right now, in which that
Okay.
people are now starting to being held to better standards, and people feel some kind of way. So attack, no.
So they feeling some type of way, big dog.
Yeah, and you're seeing it firsthand how it's straining the health system, and people ain't necessarily with that. It's like, hey, you're seeing the shift and change of people try to better themselves for better health in all aspects, and those who they're not holding their weight, they're getting called out for it and being held accountable.
Right.
So as far as call out,
you know what? I'm not gonna disagree with you, bro. I really won't.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get your take because I think this is worth talking about. And I want to break this down because I've received a lot of flack for my most recent post. Let me put my glasses on for this, man, since they think I'm not studious in this build. You feel what I'm saying, man? I gotta look studious when it comes to this, breaking it down when it comes to health, man, because apparently there's people that don't do research on this stuff, which is another reason why it goes into people feeling attacked for their weight. All right, so we got some more comments coming in, man. Shout out to my dog Devontae getting it in the building, man. Shout out to you, man. We're gonna give you Don DeMarco because you've been getting it in. You've been getting shredded. You did. Shout out to Tanya. She's been getting it in. She's been getting shredded. Give her Don DeMarco as well because she's been getting it in. She's been showing y'all really how to do it. So there's no excuses at all. Is my point. But
I'm leaning down too.
Shout out to my dog Jabari in the building. I gave my Don DeMarco too. Yeah, dig. I think we need to speak about people being attacked about weight. We really do. Shout out to you, man. I think this is a Black community issue. This happens to Black men and Black women. Are people feeling attacked about their weight? I believe that people are getting confused with feeling attacked versus being held accountable for, which is why I said I agree with you, Jabari, and critiquing that being overweight is just unhealthy. I believe that people feel attacked when the truth is they're unhealthy versus taking accountability. They get defensive. Now, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, if y'all agree or not. But I just want to be clear. I believe that the weight is an issue. And if you don't have more muscle than you do fat, and if you're not fit, I believe the weight would look better if you had more muscle than fat. There is such a thing as being or having a healthy amount of fat. I remember Kendall was on my show, what was it, 3 weeks ago, talking about when women give birth to children, the healthy fat percentage should be around, I think, the 20 to 30% range for women. So there is a healthy amount of fat that you should have depending on the situation. But here's the thing. There should not be too much fat on the body. And at that point is where I believe the weight becomes a concern. Shout out to Courtney in the building. What's going on, Shawty? Now, let's bring it to the Black community. I'm satisfied that we're having these type of conversations, bro, about the weight in the Black community, because it's been a long time, and it's been a long time problem enough to where we speak about it. People start to feel attacked instead of encouraged to lose the weight. See, in the Black community, we don't encourage each other to lose weight en masse. We don't encourage it. These are feelings. So how people portray, critique about weight, I think if we're being honest, we can objectively look at the numbers to see how the Black community is overweight. Shout out to Ryan. He says, approach the approach of the person coming to them makes a difference. And I agree with that too. That goes into what my point is, because I think we can speak honestly when it comes to the numbers about how overweight we are. So my point is, and Ron, I'm glad you said that, how we approach it. The numbers show that the Black community, specifically in the Black women, are overweight, right? That means we should not feel bad about, well, let me not say that we shouldn't feel bad. The truth is the truth, regardless of how we feel about it or not, right? And the truth is we can call it out. And it's not upset to say that someone needs to lose weight and they're overweight, because if you go to the doctor, that's what they're going to do to you as well. That does not make them feel discouraged. That makes them aware of the problem. It makes them aware of the situation so they can do something about it. That is where Black people need to take this critique in. We can only speak about the facts here. We can't question if we're overweight when the facts show that we are. Now what we can do is talk about why we are overweight. This is where the Black community has a problem. We begin to hear excuses about how much race plays a role in how much we weigh, because this is what I get. And this goes into a lot of the comments that I get, how much people are actually speaking about, oh, weight is the race is the reason why we're overweight. These are excuses, because if that was the case, most of us in the Black community would be overweight for generations on generations. The facts show that in previous generations, back in the 50s and 60s, the Black community was not overweight. The community outside of the Black community as well, as a whole, were not as overweight. It was more of a taboo thing. When you give the Black community those facts, you're going to hear, and Ryan, I'm going to tell you something. You're going to hear defensive comebacks say that it's the food that makes us fat. You'll hear Black people say that the food is making us fat. Well, I have to concur, because if the food is making us fat, then why do you have fit people in all races? There's fit Black people. There's fit Hispanic people. There's fit white people. And that's both men and women. So if that was the case, what are the people that are being fit? What are they doing versus what the non-fit people are doing? From here is where you see the Black community lack accountability. Most of us in the Black community do not work out like the fit people do. We also need to take into account proper diet, nutrition, etc., stress management, sleep, all of that. The facts show that this goes beyond race. This goes across any race. I think it's worth talking about, bro. I really believe it's worth talking about. How can we attack people about weight when weight is a problem if you have more fat than you do muscle, and it gets into issues. And honestly, you may even have issues even if you have a lot of muscle and fat. Being obese can cause problems too within your internal organs because the weight is so much. This is why BMI is a thing, and this is why BMI is important. For your height, you should be a specific weight. Biology, if you're a woman, you should be a specific weight. If you're a man, you should be in a specific weight. As an average general consensus, how it looks will determine your fitness level, how much you lift weights, how much you do cardio, what are you eating, what is your diet, what is your stress like, do you get enough sleep? There's a woman that speaks about this, and I want to show the video, and I want you guys to just really listen to this, man. Shout out to my dog P in the building, bro. What's going on, bro? We got to get another workout in, man, with T in a real way. Let me pull this video up because I want you guys to really see what's going on here. Okay. I really do. This lady, and I'm gonna pull up in just a second. So if you guys are in the comment section, let me know if y'all can hear it in the comment section. What's going on, Jess? How you been? Shout out to my dog Bam in the building, man. What's going on? All right. I'm about to play this video real fast. So let me know if you guys can hear it in the comment section. All right. Let me slide that over real quick. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and play this video real quick. And again, let me know. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear it in the comment section. So, Jess, let me know if you can hear this video in the comment section. I want to get your take on this and let me know what you think. All right. Here we go.
Okay, you guys, so it has been brought to my attention all up on my timeline. Black women are being called out for their weight.
I want to specify this. Black men get called out on this weight too. All right. I think this is a black community issue, but she's speaking about black women and weight. All right. It's a real thing, but we're going to talk about it either way. Shout out to my dog P, man. He says, "What's good, bro? Real soon." Hey, in a real way. Let's get it. All right. Let's play it in the comment section. Here we go.
Where we become a topic of conversation at least once or twice a day. Something is we're always being dragged into the forefront. Like, we did not sign on to be the strongest soldier. But anyway, here's my 2 cents on why the population of black women are quote unquote overweight, right? For one, everybody's weight, just because you see a thin person does not mean that they are healthy. I don't know where people
By the way, I actually agree with her on this. Just because they're thin doesn't mean they're healthy. I'm gonna repeat, just because they're thin doesn't mean they're healthy. Shout out to my dog Caleb in the building, bro. What's going on? Let me know if you can hear it in the comment section, bro. I want to get your take on what she's saying. You can be a healthy weight, meaning you can be at a decent weight and not overweight and still be pre-diabetic due to your diet. So I agree with her right there. So let's keep going.
Respond that with whatever. One, people have different body indexes and different, let's hear it for genetics. And so a lot of times genetically.
You hear this? She brought up genetics now. Pay attention, everybody. This is why I have to speak about this. She's bringing up genetics when it comes to black women's weight. Pay attention. We're going to break this down. Let me know what y'all think in the comment sections of what she's saying, whether y'all agree, disagree, or whatever.
Things can be passed down through generations, right? If we take it all the way back to slavery times, women that were...
Let's be clear. She was never alive during slavery times. So she cannot speak about what it is unless she has facts to bring it up.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
She wasn't alive during slavery times, so she can't say what it was. Now, she's talking about what's passed down from generation to generation. Here's some facts that we do know. Back in the 50s and 60s, which was post-slavery, we were as a whole community, majority, not all, but majority was in a healthy weight. Back in the 50s and 60s, this is post-slavery. She brought up slavery. Shout out to Caleb. He said, "What's going on, man? Listen, bro, we going in today. We teaching today." Shout out to Tanya. She says, "Genetics load the gun, but the lifestyle pulls the trigger." Let's keep playing the video. I want y'all to pin what she just said. She's bringing up slavery and genetics and what's passed down from generation to generation. Let's keep going.
In the field and everything like that, we're always stockier. Black women have always been different as far as our muscle mass. A lot of times the average black woman holds a lot of her weight in her hips. So do the Boricuas, so do Latino women. We just carry it differently. However, to be specific, in this day and age, I firmly believe that a lot of the weight gain has a lot to do with stress.
Look at what she just went through. She painted you guys a picture. She brought up slavery. She brought up muscle mass. She brought up how the weight is held in the hips. If the weight is held in the hips, why the stomach big?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
If the muscle mass is bigger, why is there more fat on the body than it is muscle?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
And you brought up genetics. Well, guess what? Post-slavery, we were actually at a healthy weight.
Oh shit!
Come on. Shout out to Tanya. She says that I heard it really is only a difference of about 8 to 10 pounds. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is, Tanya. They're making excuses because
You got a big back.
she got a big back.
You got a big back.
She got a big back.
Yep.
You got a big back.
Mhm.
What's going on, Charmaine? What's going on? I want to get your take on this too, because she's speaking about how the black women's weight is different based on genetics. And I'm gonna say this excuse goes across the board to black men too, because I hear this on both biological sides. We're talking about race and how weight is different on race. I don't agree. I believe that there is a small difference. I agree with Tanya. She said that the difference may be only 8 to 10 pounds. I agree with you. I believe that there are genetic differences, right? In how the weight may be, meaning genetic wise, how what's the word I want to say? I don't know the exact terminology for it. Anthropology. Based on anthropology, yes, I believe that the black race has different features, different genomes than the other races. That I agree with. Okay, there's science to back that up. So what's going on, Jordan? Hey, congratulations on the new baby. Real talk. She got through races. But in the black community, we are overweight as a whole, majority. And 80% of that number is obese. And if you look at the physical features of this, she's talking about how the weight is shifted. I can't agree to that, because if that was the case, then black men as a whole would be out of shape too. So you can't blame race at all. What you can blame is fitness, though.
Mhm.
If you single for the summer, unbig your back.
You can blame fitness levels. Why? Because in the black community, we're the least active as a whole race. As a whole race, we're also obese as a whole. So if you put into account fitness level, then you can understand where the numbers are going to differ. I beg to differ this. I guarantee you that if we're such overweight, we're such obese, and if you look at the races that actually are not as overweight as us, you'll notice the difference in fitness levels. So you can make the argument to say, well, how often do the black community work out? And if you have to back in to say that they don't work out as much, why don't you say, well, what happens if they work out? What do you think the numbers will look like then? Well, I'll tell you. Out of the people that do work out, you can actually see the differences. You can actually feel the differences. I've trained people where they've lost the weight and they felt 10 times better. They didn't understand how and why they were getting, cracks in their knee, not cracks, I'm sorry. They get that crackling noise in their knees when they're bending down, etc. Shout out to my dog, Brown Baldy, in the building. He says it's a cop out. And it's a fact. It's a cop out. If you work out, you'll start to realize there's differences in how you move. You'll be able to walk up and down the stairs easier. Clothes fit better. Skin gets tighter. All of these things play a role in your weight, as well as how you feel. So she spoke about stress was the last point that I wanted to make. Do you not realize that when you work out, what happens to your stress levels when you work out? Over time, your stress tends to decrease when you work out.
Oh shit!
Mhm.
So if stress plays a role on your weight, I don't agree that stress is a race thing either. I think all of the things that she mentioned that's a problem, I think that's a general problem, or I think it's a general consensus. You can be white and pass down overweight generations to generations based on lack of fitness level, lack of proper nutrition. This goes across any race. That's not black specific. Shout out to Tanya. She says exercise gives off the feel-good hormones. See?
Mhm.
Let me say that one more time so you guys can really understand. She said that exercise gives off the feel-good hormone. You have to look at the numbers and you have to do the research on what you do when you work out and how that makes you feel. So if you're feeling stressed out in you guys' lives, men or women, working out, try that and tell me how your stress level increases or decreases. Doing things properly tends to give you different results. Shout out to Brown Body. He says, also, these current ninjas would never survive the Jim Crow and civil rights movement. The black community were in better shape in the most racist times. Oh, yes, we're going to go there. I hear this all the time talking about how much we are stressed out in the black community. Everybody's racist to us, but we are the most free in this generation than we ever have been in America. And if you rewind it back into the past, where there were serious racism, Jim Crow, I know stories where black people were getting spit on by other races, and we were the most in shape as a whole. I don't want to hear anybody talk about how stressed out we were about racism when Jim Crow civil rights movement and what they had to go through versus what we have to go through. We are the most free. We can do whatever we want. You can be if you single for the summer, unbig your back. You can be a big back and nobody can say nothing to you, but you stressed out and you blaming racism on why you are overweight.
Right.
Shout out to my dog Bam in the building, man. Shout out to Devontae. He says it definitely makes you feel better and think clearly. I love working out now. And this is why I say this. If you keep going, Devontae, and you'll realize how much better clarity you're gonna think. You're gonna realize I'm gonna give you a real gem. Work out consistently for a year and pay attention to your thoughts on the progression up. On the progression up, pay attention to your thoughts. Shout out to Sunshine. And then I want you to compare it to your thoughts when you were out of shape. I want you to tell me how that's going to look, how that is different from where you are today, and think about how much it has affected you and impacted your life in a better way based on thought processes when you continuously work out. It's a big difference. Shout out to Brown Ball. He says, but they're not stressed out for the new Jays.
Jordans.
The new Jays. You dig? They're not stressed out about Popeyes,
beans, greens, potatoes,
chicken sandwiches,
rams,
green beans,
dog, chicken,
hog
turkey,
maw.
rabbit, you name it.
They ain't stressed out about that. Uh-oh.
If you single for the summer, unbig your back.
I don't want to hear it. They're not stressed out about turning up on the weekends or getting on that Carnival cruise. They ain't stressed out about spending that money, Brown Body. They ain't stressed out about going to turn up at them brunch spots.
You got a big back.
They turn it up, boy.
You got a big back.
You got a
big back.
They turning up on the weekends, baby. They not stressed about that.
You got a big back.
And they gonna be eating green beans and carrots and tomatoes and all this hog maw and pig feet.
Something that all fat people must know.
We got to speak this truth, man. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, Brown Body. All those things that you said they're not stressed about actually causes stress. The ingredients in Popeye's chicken, all these different chemicals and stuff can cause stress. Spending all this extra money on alcohol, y'all don't realize what alcohol does. It causes stress.
Oh shit!
Y'all getting on these cruises, and no offense to cruises, by the way. I don't have anything faulty to say, but I will say that there's been some issues going on with these cruises, and it's based on behavior.
Yeah.
From stressed out people.
Oh shit!
As a whole. Shout out to my dog Ernest in the building, man. Co-host of the show, man. What's going on? You preaching, bro?
We're not supposed to be using this amount of our mind and our hearts in society than we do. In order for a Black woman to show up the way that she needs to show up in society, whether that's as a mom figure, as an employee or a boss, as a wife, as a friend, whatever the case may be, anyone for that matter, you need food for fuel.
Hold on. Hold on. You need
Mm. Mm.
you need fuel for fuel. Hold on.
Mm.
You mean to tell me that being a wife? Hold on. Let's back this up real quick. Hold on. You're making excuses to eat food and trying to. You're saying that food is fuel. Okay, cool. But
Yeah.
if your tank is full, why are you putting more gas in it? If that was the case, if that's your
Exactly. It
fuel,
was good enough.
you have to work, meaning you have to drive your car to empty to get to fuel it up, which means you have to eat food, you're full, work out, then work out.
Mhm.
That's how you then deplete the resources so you can build it back up. Jabbar, what you think about this, man? Come on. Am I all fair, y'all? Tell me in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this.
Yeah, that's a lot of foolishness, a lot of excuses. You know, it just all comes down to laziness and taking in the right foods and also exercises as well. You know, a lot of excuses being labeled, just a lot, and
Yep.
you can make all the excuses as Brown Ball said. They're not stressed about other stuff that cause stress, but they're not stressed about the things that they're leisurely into that feels that gives them more purpose, but doesn't lead to long-term happiness. So, a lot of foolishness.
Bro, I agree. More. I just it's just crazy the amount of excuses because she brought up, and y'all let me know if y'all really understand what she said in the comments. She brought up being a wife, being a mother. She brought up going through stress, using the amount of brain power. So using the amount of brain power gives you an excuse to overeat because we're talking about weight. So you can eat food. That doesn't mean you're going to be overweight. It's the amount of food you eat that makes you overweight. Am I not on? Am I not on to something? So we're making excuses for. Say what?
And the types of food. Also types of food.
I'm so glad you brought that up. So you mean to tell me that food is fuel? So is Popeye's chicken? What type of fuel is that? I would beg to differ that it's a type of. Say what?
Look at all the ingredients that's in it. That isn't really homegrown. It's fast food.
I just can't believe it. Shout out Charmaine. She says, "Oh my God, yeah, oh my God is right." I have not heard so many excuses. It's just all bad. It's really all bad. And I want to say this. The way we treat ourselves in the Black community has got to be spoke about. The amount of excuses that we use and tell ourselves a reason to overeat, it just shows the stress levels that we go through in the Black community. We believe that when we're stressed out, we need to eat food, a lot of food. We make excuses in the Black community to overeat. We make excuses to be a big back.
You got a big back.
There is no, I don't know any other race that makes an excuse for why we are big backing. Shout out Charmaine. She says, I know some people stress eat, but that's because you are not feeling good. Well, if you're not feeling good, that would almost incline to tell you that someone is sick. If you are sick, you need help. So if you're sick, Overeating isn't going to make it better. It's going to make it worse because the overeating is now becoming the addiction. Oh, I said it. The food is becoming the addiction, Charmaine, to these people. And in the Black community, we're using this as a crutch and reason to overeat and to continue the cycles of stress that this lady has been complaining about.
You got a big back.
It's all excuses. I mean, it's a real thing.
Yep, it definitely is.
It's a real thing. And I want to bring this up real quick because I wanted to show this on my screen about how genes are actually passed down. I wanted to read this real fast because I think that it's important. So let me see if I can actually share this real quick. On my screen. It's nothing that it's not actually words or anything. It's just something I wanted to read and show. All right, let me know if you guys can see this. So genes are passed down from parents to offspring, but your lifestyle determines, I'm gonna read this again. Your lifestyle determines which genes are activated and which genes are deactivated. Okay. Our lifestyle, diet, exercise, stress levels, and environment can significantly influence which of our genes are activated or deactivated. This is called epigenetics. Someone said that they wanted me to bring facts. Here's some facts right here. Gene expression is the process where the information is encoded in a gene to create RNA and proteins that carry out cells and functions. This can be thought of as an on or off switch and volume control for when and where proteins are made and in what quantities. Epigenetics explores how external and lifestyle factors can activate or deactivate the expression of certain genes without altering the underlying DNA sequence. This happens through mechanisms like DNA. Adding or removing the chemical gourd to the DNA can turn off or on a gene, respectively. Histone modifications, the DNA that's wrapped around the protein that's called the histones. The histones are modified, can impact the gene activity with tight binding, reducing activity, and loosening binding, increasing it. Y'all wanted facts? Here you go. Shout out to Tanya. She says, usually overweight parents feed the children what they eat, ultimately resulting in them becoming overweight. What she just brought, what Tanya just said, is exactly what this is stating to you guys. What she said is exactly that. There are factors that influences the gene expression through epigenetic mechanisms. What did Tanya just say? Usually the overweight parents eat big back ass food that they feed to their children. Diet, nutrients in foods like leafy greens, eggs, fish, different plant proteins, different plants in general, fruits, they can affect the DNA and the modifications that come with the changes, or AKA the turn off and turn off switch, the volume control of your DNA. Proper nutrition can influence biological aging by expressing genes that reduce inflammation. Physical activity, exercise can cause epigenetic changes. That improves the metabolic health and reducing inflammation, while inactivity leads to the negative change that you pass down to your children. You can also pass down stress, chronic stress, difficult lifestyle experiences lead or can lead to epigenetic changes related to mental health. Stress hormones, cortisol, impacts the patterns in the genes associated with the stress. And of course, we all know environmental exposures, heavy metals, pesticides, all that. Your genes load the gun, the lifestyle pulls the trigger. That's exactly what Tanya was stating earlier. Straight bars. Bro, what do you think about that, man? What do you think about all that?
It's the lifestyles that get passed down to influence. Yes, there is genetic code in there, but it can be changed if you add in the proper sense or a healthier lifestyle. Then those won't be activated at all.
Yep. You know, I've always been told that the food is medicine. Food is medicine.
Which it is.
But let me get to these comments, man, because Brown Body, man, he's speaking facts today. He said, let's go there today. These ninjas will complain about eating healthy, but they don't have problems eating deep fried foods. Come
He said another
on.
after this.
My dog is preaching y'all right now. They don't have a problem eating deep fried foods, bruh. But they stress about eating healthy. Make it make sense. I don't understand. And that's why we have to speak about this stuff in the Black community, because we make excuses for eating unhealthy and they call it tradition. Well, tradition is exactly what Tanya was speaking about. That's big back food that we feeding our kids that's going to come down, and then now they're going to be predisposed to the same genetics.
Yeah.
The same overweight genetics.
Yeah.
This is why we got to call it out. Shout out to Brown Body. He says they will complain about eating healthy, but they got no problem putting another person's body part in their mouth. Woo! Y'all complain about eating healthy, but y'all too busy worrying about that Glock 3000. And they worried about that washing machine, big dog. Hey, this a fitness show, bro. This a fitness show.
Yeah, we do this on a Sunday, on the Lord's Day, man.
We preaching on Sunday. That's why I got the church. Let me put some organs in here, man. I'm just saying, bro. You're not wrong. And this is why we got to speak about this, because the Black community will over-sexualize things, but complain about eating healthy. It's pure disgust. And shout out to my dog Aaron in the building, man. What's going on, big dog? Hey, how was that plant-based lifestyle treating you, man, when you was working out? I'm curious to hear about that too. Dog. Hey, Brown Body, you cooking on Sunday, bro. I don't even know if you went to church, but we're gonna get you some church today, bro. We're gonna church organs up in here, man. Shout out to you, man. Black people need to putting all the seasons in their food, and that shit will raise your blood pressure. Oh shit. Shout out to Kevin in the building, bro. What's going on, big dog? You working in the gym, man. Shout out to you, man. All these seasons they're putting in their food because they want the food to taste good, not realizing that they're overeating on the food and overeating on the seasonings that's causing the blood pressure to raise up. And here's the worst part. They're not working out in order for them to lower their blood pressure. They're not doing it properly. They're not doing their cardio. They're not waking up in the morning doing their cardio fasted, so they're not depleting anything. And so that way they're going to not increase their chances of losing fat over muscle. I hear so many excuses. Black people got more muscle tone. Well, if that's the case, then why is there so many overweight big backs in the Black community? I'm going to tell you why. We don't work out. We have all this muscle mass, so-called potential. But according to the DNA that y'all passed down, y'all big backs passing big back DNA down to your children. And you wonder why the Black community as a whole is in generational unhealthy big back action. Come on, man. Shout out to Brown Boy. He says, hey, bro, I went to church. Hell, my pastor be going there sometimes. No, but for real, I'm used to stuff like that because back in the day, that's how they used to preach. That's how they used to preach. You did. Shout out to Nose, man. What's going on, bro? It was good to meet you yesterday, man. Shout out to Kevin. He says, I'm good, man. The big back DNA. Hey, Aaron, bro, it's big back DNA out here, man. They are passing down big back action, obesity to their offsprings. It's a damn shame. It really is a damn shame. Let me see if I can bring my dog on real quick, man. Hold on 1 second. Hey, no, so I'm gonna bring you on, bro. Hold on. I got you, Jason. Hold on. We gotta talk about this, bro. This is insane. But yeah, man, Brown Baldy. Hey, we you know what's funny? I promote your pastor then because your pastor is exactly what we need in the community. We need more pastors that actually speak about real sermons. Real sermons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we get the real sermon enough, man. Shout out to my dog Carl in the building, bro. What's going on, man? How you been? I mean, this shit it's really crazy. But I wanted to say what I was stating before was food is medicine. Let me get to this this video real quick about food is medicine. This was actually a real live reaction. Let me see if I can bring this up real fast. Let me know if you guys can hear it in the comment section too, by the way. Oh, duh. All right, hold on one second. Let me do this. Let me redo it. Let me redo this real quick. You dig? Stop sharing that. Let's do this. Man, y'all don't realize I'll be working on the fly when it comes to this stuff, man. I'll be working on
Yeah, he be working.
You dig? All right, let's get to it now. Let me know if you guys can hear it in the comment section. Queen, I think her name is Afua. Start treating your home like your own holistic hospital. Let's keep going. Let's hear this shit.
One of us goes back into our home as we're going along the way, the journey, and we're shifting our homes. Our kitchens are becoming healing laboratories. So what? Your mate is depressed, angry. There's a tea for that. There's a soup for that. There's a salad for that. There's a juice for that. It's in the medicine, it's in the food. Like we're looking the wrong way. The medicine is in the food. You say, I have pain, we'll have turnip juice. You said, I'm stressed out, have celery. Put that into your soup. I have an infection, use scallions and onions and garlic. So, and a lot of things we already have in our kitchen lab. We just have to know how to use it and have the conviction because we could go right past our medicine if we cannot recognize it. But then we also have the bathroom. It's not a bathroom. That's your hydrotherapy room. That's where you can de-stress. If you have mental issues, emotional issues, you run a bath, you soak in that tub. That stress is constricted. You just circle in the water. You can go to the ocean and just let it go.
Great stuff.
I gotta give Queen Afua her flowers while she is here. I gotta give Queen Afua her flowers while she is here. Shout out to my dog Jason, man. It says, I try to keep my space intentionally peaceful. Colors, scents, lights, etc. Shout out to my dog Jason in the building, bro. I think she's speaking facts.
Yep.
This is another reason why I'm mostly plant-based. That's what I do. There's an answer for a lot of the things that I do. I know that if I need some type of relaxation or whatever, or energy, I know I can go to my herbs. And let me just say this too. And this is why I have a business, and shout out to the first and foremost Queen City Organics. We at Queen City Organics understand that we're organic beings. We're organic beings, and what that means is we're going to require organic whole foods, aka we're going to need some organic water, fruits, vegetables, all these different things, because in order for us to stay hydrated, we have to keep up with our health. So in Queen City Organics, we have herbal tinctures that you can put into your teas, herbal teas that increase your mental focus. They also increase your oxidative levels, so that way you can breathe better. There's a lot of people who, when they get stressed out, they get short of breath. And this is what happens with people who have anxiety. People who have anxiety have a hard time breathing. They gasp for air. You know, that is a real thing. And so a lot of these things can help out by opening up your oxygen waves, opening up your lungs, taking things like magnesium. These things are good for your heart so that your stress levels can come down. That's why when they tell you when you're anxious or they get excited or stressed, your heart, it shoots up a spike. So that tells the body that there's some type of stress there. And there are ways that you can improve that by breathing. What does breathing do? The guided breathing tends to lower your heart rate, because this is how you start to manage your own stresses. Well, guess what? Has magnesium in it. The sea moss. The Rise and Rise Raspberry Rafa has it. The Queen Cedar Organics sea moss has it. You can get all of these minerals by taking your 2 tablespoons a day. Increasing them, call them the power pack, is the herbal tinctures. So when you take the 2 tablespoons and when you take the herbal tinctures before you go work out, you will have a better chance of having a mental sharpness, mental focus when you go to the gym, opening up your lungs ways so you can actually last longer in the gym. Not only that, you're getting the minerals that your body needs and that you're not getting at all. So I encourage you guys that tap in with me to get the sea moss. Change your diet up to a whole food diet. Try to cut out as much inflammation as possible so you can have the best chances of getting the minerals into your body. This is why what Queen of Food was talking about is real. We need to understand that there are ways that we can relax the body without taking medications. Taking things like cold showers, taking things like hot baths. I mean, literally stretching, moving the body is a form of recovery too. I'm telling you guys, stretching, this moves the body. All these different things help with blood flow. Herbs help with blood flow. These things are all done here at Queen City Organics. You dig what I'm saying? I know my dog Jabari had that sea moss, man. So I already know he knows exactly how that thing goes. You dig?
Yeah, definitely. It works wonders. Need to re-up. And also glad we also this past weekend was able to sell some people.
Yeah, let's go. This was Ebony Fit weekend, man. We had a great time at Ebony Fit weekend. My Lord.
Yeah.
Oh man, we had a good time. But yeah, man, it's just these things are just what we need to speak about. The kitchen is going to be where it's at. It's in the kitchen. All right. And so we need to have a different mindset when it comes to food. We need to understand that if there is something wrong with you, then it's probably the food. And there is such thing as eating too much food, eating too much big bag food. I guarantee you that if you went mostly whole foods, it'd be more difficult for you to overeat. If you cook more, cooking is a form of relaxation too. What's that, bro?
There's this other comment that Paulie said too.
Oh yeah, let me go ahead and pull that up. He says if black people got more muscle tone, then tell that to my calves that refuse to grow. Hey, I got that, but you know that's a black man. You know what I call it, brown body? I call it black man calves. Black man calves are different, bro. But you know we're designed to run fast, so our calf muscles are gonna, they're gonna grow a little bit different, bro. You dig?
That's true.
But yeah, they'll depend on the meds and surgeries, man. I agree, bro. The sad part is that the black people think that stretching is gay, and men train legs is gay. Know what else isn't manly? Being a man and not taking care of your health. I'm just saying, brown body, bro, you are speaking facts. And this is why I say you can't listen to every guy. Most of these ninjas out here are just soft as shit, especially in the black community. It's some soft soy boy ass black men in this world. These fools will give you excuses on excuses instead of just going to go work out. These fools be over 30, pot belly, wearing skinny jeans, looking unhealthy, smoking and drinking, and then got the nerve to say what you need to be doing. Brother, you can't even pass a goddamn drug test. You can't even pass a mile test. Talking about what we need to do. It's insane. It is sad. Brown Body says, if you got family, you owe it to them to set an example. I think you dropped off, Jabbar. I think your camera.
That's it. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, your camera, I think it turned off.
Yeah, I had to plug something up real quick.
Oh, 10-4. I got you.
That's it.
Shout out to, hey, what up, OJ? He said, I'm big back. Bro, you was far from big back, dog. Come on, man. You ain't big backing, dog. Shout out to Brown Body. He says, especially if you have kids. I agree. He says, what is being wrong with being a big back? I'll tell you what it is. Bro. I think being big back is a choice. I think that being overweight is a choice. And this is why I have to speak about what I speak about. I believe that if we as a community is overweight, I think that it can be a problem to your health. I think that it's more issues that happen when you're overweight. Let's just say you get sick, God forbid. It's worse when you're overweight because now you are putting your heart at risk. You have heart issues when you're overweight or obese. You know, you put yourself into a chronic state of chronic illnesses, which are worse. Those are some of the worst illnesses, chronic illnesses. I showed a picture of what happens whenever your arteries get clogged. Your arteries have a better chance of being clogged when you're overweight. Shout out to Hazel. What's going on? I ain't seen you in a minute. But here is a picture of what it looks like, OJ. These are clogged arteries, right? Let me take the comment down real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. And let me take my banner down real quick. Now, healthy blood flow lowers your risk of heart disease. Partially blocked arteries that are narrow by atherosclerosis, and you have an increased health risk. OJ, so what happens is whenever you're overweight, you start to look more like this partially blocked artery right here. Okay, you do. And now you get to blocked arteries. This is where plaque builds up in the lining of the artery. Well, what happens? What does the body need to do in order to get a blocked artery? Well, you have different things like the sugars that are in the food. You have the different oils that are unhealthy in the food. Then you have to count, or you have to put into account alcohol. You have to put into account, are you overweight? You also have to put into account of your fitness level. These things, if you're not active, aka you're not being fit, if you're not eating the proper foods, you're not getting enough rest, stress, you start to build the plaque up now. Now it starts to build up. Your artery is only but so big, okay? That plaque will corrode the artery, okay? Now I'm going to show you a picture of what corroded artery looks like. Let me show you this. On the top left in panel A, this is a healthy artery. You can see it's pink, flushed, has holes so blood can flow through, yada, yada. B is start to get tainted because of the foods that we eat. C, it starts to get bad because of inflammation. You see how the blood vessels are tearing now. D is complete and utter chaos. This is why people get heart surgery. It's scary. We don't see this. And I want you guys to see this because this is what y'all arteries look like whenever you big backing. It's exactly what you look like when you big backing. Shout out to OJ, he says, amen. I'm keeping it real because I want to show how the big back community is trying to promote obesity, and they don't understand that it's bigger than that. We say big back because it's, you know, it's just a phrase to call it. But what it looks like is actually scary, and what it feels like is even worse, because if you talk to anybody who had heart issues, they will tell you that they would, if they would have known earlier, they probably would not have done that. They probably wouldn't have even ate the food. This is what a corroded artery looks like. It's a carotid plaque. It looks like pizza. And quite frankly, you can get it from eating a bunch of grease like pizza. Mm-hmm. These different things affect your blood vessels and the way that they operate inside of the organs. These are things that are internal. So when we speak about big back, of course, it's a result. The overweight is a result of what's going on internally. Okay? So this is why we have to speak about working out too. There's people that have a healthy weight that are also pre-diabetic due to the fact that they may have high metabolism. They eat trash, even though it doesn't look like they do. They actually do, and the numbers show it based on blood work. That's why I say blood work is important. And big back, you know, damn show the blood work is crazy. Mm-hmm. All right, the doctors will tell you that you're more. They're going to recommend that you get into a healthy weight for your health to prolong your health so you can feel good. A lot of the big back community, they really, in true honesty, they don't feel good, bro. If you speak to them for real, they will tell you they hurt. There's a girl called Celine. Look her up on IG. Self-care with Celine. She was running a part of a marathon. Not a marathon, but a mile. She was running miles. She was crying because she couldn't even run. She had to walk it because of how much pain she was in due to her being overweight. And she is making a page dedicated to changing her health, to eat better, to get into a healthy weight. and it's because of how much pain she was in. She started to realize how the weight affected her feeling, the weight affected her lifestyle. Running a mile should not hurt. She realized how it hurt, and she realized that the lifestyle is the reason why she started hurting. So I have to say and speak about this because in the Black community, we don't see this because we're not active. So they don't even know how hurt they are because they don't work out like that. You did. So, you know, that's what I got to say about that, man. What you got to say about that, Jabbar?
Yeah, I mean, heart health is key, and especially for half a mile, even if you're slow jogging it, it's not supposed to hurt at all. It's supposed to be just very easy, very relaxed. So I did see a clip on her about that it had to come to a painful moment for her to make a change. Like, hey, listen, she was hurt.
She was hurt.
It wasn't for show. She was feeling the pain, and it was eating her on the inside, and it kind of that's her woman in the mirror moment for her.
Yeah,
that she had to make a change.
That's real.
It really changed.
That's
and
real.
Really to save her life. Period.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. Shout out to Brown Baldy. If the Black community can get active to hit a lick, we can get. And you know what's funny, bro? Them bulls be running from the cops, and the cops be catching them, bro.
Yeah,
the cops be catching them, dog. Bro, I saw this years ago. This is back in this is back in 2011, bro. This is back. I used to be in the hood, right? I'll go to the hood in Charlotte, and I'll be down on the east side, right? I'll be rolling, bro. I pulled over by Jamar. You might remember this mall. It's called Eastland Mall. It was an old mall. It got hood real fast. You feel me? So they had to shut it down. But anyway, so I was rolling down by Eastland Mall, turned over by the gas. It's a gas station on the corner, bro. There was a guy who went and robbed the gas station, meaning not armed robbery. I'm sorry, he didn't rob it. He stole. He committed theft. So he went, took a bunch of beer, and ran out the gas station. He put the beer in his pocket in his sweatpants as he running. He running from the cops, right? Now, this road is a straight path, but on this road, there's multiple apartments. So now some of the apartments, they're gated, right? So you have to climb over the fence or whatever, right? But the point of it is you can still get through because you can walk through it. The cops was chasing him, right? They running after this man. Bro, I kid you, Brown Baldy. This dude was running with beer in his sweatpants, beer bottles, and was probably booking it for a smooth 8 seconds. 8 seconds. The ball got so tired, bro, he gave up and started walking while the cops chasing him. Boy, the cops done hit him with a taser. Bah! Zzz. He on the ground shaking. They on top of him, bro. They put him in the handcuffs. And it was over. I seen it, bro. I seen it live. I thought it was like a, back in the day, Punk Ashton Kutcher. I was like, yo, wait, like this has got to be a TV show.
Yeah,
it was a real situation. That ball went and ran, sprinted in a straight line for 8 seconds and got tired and got locked up. Brody, you should have been cutting. You should have been hitting them football jukes behind the apartments. You should have been booking on them cops.
Yeah.
And then black people talk about, oh, we fast. Hey, if you were that fast, your ass wouldn't have got caught.
Yeah, practice fast.
Hey, Brown Baldy, that's a real story, bro. I cannot make that up. That actually really happened. And that's the funny part, that I have to laugh at black people sometimes because we speak about how much that black people have more muscle mass, we're faster. These are genetic blessings that we have that we don't even exercise because those genes are dormant. Why? Because we big backing. Shout out to my dog Eric building, bro. What's going on, big homie? You feel me? And black people, they make me sick too, Brown Baldy, because they speak about how much they are so much better. And it's a racist thing to say, to be honest with you. Like, how can you say you're a better race, but based on the numbers, you overweight?
Exactly.
You are the most overweight community. You are the least active community. And then you're going to talk about how much of a better race you are. That's the most racist thing you can say. Now, what if a white, now here's the real deal, Brown Body. What if a white man came up in here and said that? For real. What if a white man came in and said, oh, yeah, we're the better race? Y'all would be on his neck. Y'all would be on his neck talking about how racist he is and he needs to be canceled. You see what happened to Joey Swole.
Mm-hmm.
Joey Swole had did a comment on Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, tribute to him.
He did a tribute to him because he was a good wrestler. He wasn't aware about his racism. You know, that's a separate conversation. But the point of it is, he quit social media because the black community tried to hold him accountable and say that, hey, you shouldn't be promoting racism. Joey Swole didn't know. This is what he claimed. He said he didn't know, so we can only take his word for it. If he didn't know, he didn't know. He even apologized. You know what the black community did? We don't believe you. We don't believe.
Guess what happened just not too long ago? He came back to social media. He addressed it respectfully. But he also said he's not going to be apologizing.
And he apologized. I'm gonna keep it real. And shout out to
stop apologizing for, and stop being sorry. But he explained it. So
right. And I was getting to that point right there. He explained it, right? And I'm with him. Like, hey, it is what it is. But I'm gonna keep it real. He left social media. And it's funny because what if he came back and said, well, y'all mad, do something about it. He could have went all the way there. You know what I'm saying? And that might be a separate conversation. But the point of it is, black people, we do this to the white, we do this to everybody. That's why black fatigue is such a thing. People are tired of how the underprivileged, less than of us are treating other races in America. It's because of this stuff like this. That's why this DEI stuff is getting canceled. My bad, I hit the wrong one. I meant to do this one. Oh shit. Oh yeah, he did come back. Well, good. I'm glad he came back because I'm glad he came back. Chad Brown, he says, dude, the biggest mistake black folks make is thinking that we can whoop everybody. Have you seen Samoans? Have you seen Mexican boxers? Have you seen Asian and Brazilian fighters? Bro, I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's not even the whole, it's the hood ninjas that think they can whoop everybody.
Yeah.
And them the main ones that can't do it. If you put them in a boxing ring, Brown Baldy, they're not gonna be able to last. They gonna be swinging and swinging and swinging and swinging, and they ain't gonna get tired and they gonna get knocked out. Bro, there is a guy that was in a gas station, Indian guy. There's a couple black hoodlums that tried to rob the gas station. They didn't know that the gas station clerk, the Indian guy, was an MMA fighter. The guy went out there and whooped both of their hoodlum asses. Both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Indian dude was, looked like an average looking built dude. Tore him up. And see, this is where the hood's going to mess up. We got to do better. We cannot be glorifying, and this is a whole separate conversation, but we can't be glorifying this hoodlum mess. We just can't be doing it anymore. And that's part of the reason why we're in these situations. Black men think that they have the best bodies ever without doing any work. That right there is false claim. You ever heard the claim black don't crack?
Yep.
Black does crack if you don't take care of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Black does crack if you do drugs. Black does crack if you drink alcohol and don't work out.
Oh shit.
Black does crack when you a big back.
You got a big back.
Got a big back.
You got a big back.
Your face is cracked.
You got a big back.
Your face is sagging.
You got a big back.
Your titties is sagging.
You got a big back.
Your stomach is poking out.
You got a big back.
It's a shame, bro, because we say this and we psych ourselves out to believe that, and now black men are the delusional ones. Now we're the delusional ones because we don't want to do the work. Shout out Brown Ball. It says then they'll spend more.
That was what I was laughing about earlier.
Than the gyms. Oh, that's what you're laughing at.
Yeah, brilliant, yeah.
They worried about the wrong title. Hey, they worried about corn They worried about corn instead of being worried about their weight.
Mm.
They talking about they worried about both corn, the virtual corn and the corn on the cob. They eating too much corn on the cob, big back ass, corn eating ass ninjas. Some real life Tom and Jerry ish right here, man, for real. He says, I've seen skinny white kids with their hands. Bro, there's a white dude at the gym that I know, man, at the boxing gym. This boy got speed. I'm talking about get it to him. Wow, 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 wow. I'm talking about everything, bro. And here's the thing. It ain't about the race. It's just about practice. I'm gonna give black people a gym. Black people, y'all have some really great genetics if y'all use them. That's like having a Batman utility belt and you only using one tool. You're gonna get your ass kicked. Other races understand their predisposition. This goes back into the current. This goes back to a previous show where I talked about, actually a previous post. We spoke about talent versus hard work.
Yes.
Every other race is putting in hard work ethic. They are utilizing their utility belt. Black people are using the talent. They're using the fact that they're black, that they can do everything, and they're not working hard at it. So you know what happens? The people who have work ethic are going to eventually surpass the people with the talent. So black people, you have to get up off your asses. Stop letting pride. Black men, I'm gonna speak to y'all. Stop letting this pride get to y'all. Stop letting this proudness get to y'all, thinking y'all kings. You ain't no king when you're overweight. You can't work out. You get your ass kicked because you don't work out. You don't have the money. You don't have the finances. You complain all the damn time. And y'all out here got the nerve to speak about our women when you ain't. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and put the church music on. Hold on. Let me break this down. Black men, y'all got the nerve to talk about how black women need to get into shape and all this stuff, but y'all bulls can't even be true leaders in y'all community. Now I'm gonna put my glass back on. I'm gonna speak to my what do you call them people? The Pan-Africanism. The broke black people got the most shit to say. They will tell you about how much you need to do this, you need to do that. I'm gonna be real. We need to stop this mess. We really do.
For
I got a glare on my screen, man. My bad. I'm over here streaming crazy out here, y'all. I'm streaming crazy out here. I don't know. I think the focus might be a little bit off. Let me switch it up a little bit. Wow. Damn, that shit ain't help at all. We'll get to it, man. Hold on.
Okay.
That's fine, man. We almost done with the show anyway, bro. For real. So we about to call it anyway. But yeah, man, I black men, y'all got to get it together, bro. And I want you guys to work out. I want you guys to get your finances together. I want you guys to do cardio because black men, we got to do cardio because heart issues are one of the biggest killers of the black men. So do your cardio, guys. Eat a mostly whole food diet. That's gonna be y'all's answer.
It is.
That's gonna be your answer. And when you get yourself right, black men, when you get your finances, and I'm gonna be honest, I think most of us as a whole, black men are doing pretty well. I think most of us are in a decent shape. I think most of us at least are working. And I think we can always increase in that. I'm not gonna say that that's the bar. I think it's a low bar. I think it's a decent bar, but that doesn't. I think we can improve. I'm always about improvement. So black men, let's improve, right? And give our black women something that they can come back to. You dig? And give them something to respect. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta respect yourself first before you can do that anyway. So
that's right.
I'll leave that as my final words, man. What's your final words, Bar?
Yeah, that my final word. Final words with that is to. We always must be elevating and set the standards. Okay. Our women, our black women in particular, they want leaders. They want us to be the lions to lead the pride. And we need to become that of Simba's instead of
that boy bringing in Lion King out here. Talking about we need to be the Simba of the pride land
instead of broke, overweight Jafars, because one thing for certain, they're not leading no prides, and
kick their ass back to the
That's
pride
it.
land.
That's it. Yeah, they're not getting respected in pride lands either. So we just got just really just fight the disinformation with information to properly. Thank you.
Hey, that's the first thing I thought about when you said that. They out here looking like goddamn Scar and shit. Talking about they damn Mufasa. I'm like, shit.
Star.
Out here looking crazy.
Starts with information,
Yeah.
then leads to practice, and then leads to creating examples for it.
Gotcha.
That's how it is. We can't practice it. We have to execute it.
I agree. Execution. Yeah, that's great. Freaking cution. Shout out to Brown Ball. He says, did you say practice? He talking about practice. We talking about the game. We ain't here talking about
Yeah.
Black does crack when you smoke that crack. In a real way, man. Kids, don't do drugs. Because if you do, your face gonna be screaming. It's gonna be screaming for a very long time. Especially it cracks if you eating Taco Bell. You know Taco Bell got crack in it. I'm playing, y'all. Let me stop, man. I'm over here playing around with y'all, boy. They ain't too much eating too many cinnamon buns, man. You feel me? And they gonna sit up there and say they don't smoke no drugs, but they skin cracking.
Stop the cap.
I know what they doing out here, bro. Hey man, this is a good show, man. I appreciate y'all, and I want to apologize one last time because I realized that, like I said, I had a lot to do last week, had a lot to do yesterday. Had to go see some family and just get some things in order. So I appreciate y'all for sticking with me. We still keeping it going. We still talking about these big backs.
You got a big back.
Because they skin is big.
You got a big back.
They got too much fat on their arms.
You got a big
and they ain't got enough muscle on their arms.
You got a big back.
Get swole.
You got a big back.
I appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in on the show, man. It's your boy Cobe Rise and Rise. You dig? We got your boy Haas in the building. You dig? We gonna get up out of here. Make sure you guys enjoy your Sunday. And I say, when you're faced with an obstacle, what we do?
Rise and
rise and we rise.
You shoot.